Clear to land, runway 21, Mooney 58 X-ray.
Greetings from the studio. This is your captain speaking. Aviate Nate here. I just got back from a work trip to Seattle, and while I was there, something unexpected hit me. I found myself looking out over Puget Sound and realizing this is where the Horizon Air Q400 incident happened. The flight people remember as Sky King. And standing there, it felt different than reading about it online. For anyone who might not know the story, in 2018, a Horizon Air ground service employee named Richard Russell took a Q400 from Seattle Tacoma International Airport. He flew for about an hour, talked with air traffic control, performed maneuvers that shocked a lot of people, and eventually crashed the airplane on a small island in Puget Sound. No passengers were on board, no one else was hurt. But it was tragic, and it left a mark on aviation. When I was standing there in Seattle, I wasn't thinking about the maneuvers. I wasn't thinking about the barrel roll. I was thinking about what could possibly stack up inside a person to bring them to a moment like that. It's heavy, and it's not something I can talk about easily. I work for a software company that helps detect signs of mental health challenges in students. It's not something I usually talk about on this channel, but it is something I care deeply about. And being there in Seattle made something very clear to me. Mental health struggles are often invisible, especially in aviation. As pilots, there's always quiet pressure. We're trained to be composed, in control, capable, calm. And there's a real fear sometimes that if you admit you're struggling, you might lose your medical or be viewed differently. So a lot of people stay quiet, not because they don't need help, but because they're afraid to ask. I don't want this to be philosophical, and I certainly don't want it to be dramatic. I just want to say something simple. If you're struggling with stress, loneliness, depression, anything, you don't have to carry it alone. Talk to someone, a friend, a fellow pilot, a family member, a counselor. And if you don't know where to start, in the US, you can call or text 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, anytime. It's confidential, it's free, and it's there. We love aviation because it represents freedom, but freedom doesn't mean isolation. We take care of our airplanes meticulously. We check the oil, we inspect the control surfaces, we follow the checklist. Maybe we need to be just as intentional about checking in on each other. Standing there in Seattle reminded me that behind every airplane story, there's a human story. And sometimes the human part is the most important part. Thanks for taking a few minutes to have this conversation with me. Until the next one, this is Aviate Nate, and you can be my wingman anytime.